Good morning dear students and welcome back in our video lecture. So today we are going to start our new topic, that is crop production and management. This is first topic from your textbook and today we are going to start this topic. So before starting our topic, students tell me what are the basic needs of human beings? Yes, food, shelter and clothes, these are the basic needs of human being. Then tell me student, why do we need food? So petrol and diesel is fuel for the car. As like this, food is fuel for our body. So we require food for we cannot survive without food. Food is necessary for survival of all living organisms, and also we need food for proper nutrition. Also for growth, maintenance and repair of our body. Also to perform daily activities like eating, walking, playing, studying, we require food. Means we require energy for doing these activities and we get this energy from food. Then to perform vital functions of body like digestion, respiration, breathing, excretion, we require food. To build strong immune system which helps us in fighting against diseases. So human beings means all animals require food for their survival, but human beings are means depends upon plants and animals for their nutritional requirement, because we have studied about this. All plants are autotrophs. Why they are autotrophs? Because they can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. But animals and human beings cannot prepare their own food. So when we are talking about human beings are completely depends upon plants and animals for their nutritional requirement for their food. So plants and animals are the two sources of food for humans. So we get rice, pulses, wheat, fruits, vegetables, such type of food from plants, and eggs, milk, meat, fishes, chicken. We get all these from animals. So when we are talking about food, what is the history of agriculture? Means when we are just talking about our ancestors. Till 10,000 BCE, people were nomadic. What is mean by nomadic? Means they are not settled. They were not settled to a certain place. They are just moving here and there. They are means they are just roaring here and there. They are changing their place, and they are just they were wandering in groups from place to place in search of food and shelter. They ate raw fruits and vegetables and then started hunting animals for food. Later, they could cultivate land and produce rice, wheat, and other food crops, and thus was born agriculture. So, when we are talking about our population, means world's population is almost it's in billions, means it's almost 7.8 billion. And when we are talking about our country, so Indian population is almost 1.3 billions. Then the question is, how can we provide food to a large number of people in our country? So here the role of crop production or agriculture. Here is the role of agriculture. So crop production at a large scale meet the food requirement of growing population. So what is the answer? Means how can we provide food to large number of people in our country? We can provide the food, means to such a large growing population, crop production at a large scale to meet the food requirement of this growing population. So agriculture is the important means agricultural practices are the important sources by which we just provide food to this large number of population. So as Mahatma Gandhi said, agriculture is the backbone of Indian economy. Then why this agriculture is very important? What is the importance of agriculture? First importance of agriculture is it just food and nutritional security. Second one, almost 49% of Indian population depends on agriculture for their livelihoods. means they are depends for their all requirements on agriculture. Then agriculture, it's means it nearly contributes 16% to our that economy. Then it provides raw material for various industries like sugar industry, jute industry, cotton textile industry, etc. So this is the importance of agriculture. Then what is crop? Because when we are talking about agriculture, there is the word crop which is related to agriculture, and it is very important. Then what is mean by crop? So when plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. What is crop? When plants of the same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called crop. So you can see in the diagram two examples are there. In first picture, all the means all plants are of wheat, so it is called wheat crop. And in second picture, it is cabbage crop, because all plants are of same kind, that is cabbage, and they are cultivated at one place on large scale, so it is crop. Then these crops are just classified as per their use into cereals, pulses, fruits, vegetables, spices, then plantation, flower crops, oil seeds, sugar crops, medicinal crops, and fiber crops. So, what are the examples? One by one, we will just see how what are the examples. So wheat, rice, maize, these are the cereals. Rajma, moong, gram, arhar, all these are pulses. Apple, mango, banana, citrus fruits, guava, all these are fruits. Potato, tomato, cabbage, cauliflower, these are vegetables. Then black pepper, uh, cardamom, ginger, turmeric, all these are spices. Coconut, tea, coffee, these are plantations. Rose, marigold, chrysanthemum, these are flower crops. Groundnut, sunflower, mustard, these are oil seeds. Sugarcane, sugar beet, these are sugar crops. And ashwagandha, tulsi, shatavari, all these are medicinal crops. Cotton, jute, these are fiber crops. So as per their use, these crops are classified into such a large number of types. Then when we are talking about season, means you can see in your surrounding, particular crops are cultivated in particular season. So depending upon in which seasons that crops are cultivated, they are classified into kharif crops and rabi crops. So what is mean by kharif crops and what is mean by rabi crops? So you can see in the chart, the crops which are means depends upon or monsoon crops are called kharif crops. These crops requires plenty of water and also require long hot weather for growth. So these crops are just sown in May, June, and then they are harvested during September and October. September and October. So major crops of kharif are the paddy, sugarcane, maize, cotton, pulses, groundnut, soybean, sunflower, tea, coffee, rubber, etc. So when we are talking about rabi crops, these are winter season crops, and these crops require less water and require cold weather for growth. So these are sown during October, November, and these are harvested during March and April. Wheat, gram, potato, peas, these are examples of these rabi crops. Then zaid crops are also there. So what is mean by zaid crops? So zaid crops are summer season crops. These are just cultivated between rabi and kharif crops. So March to June is the month for these crops. They require warm, dry weather for growth and longer day length for flowering. So they need assured irrigation, because during this March and June, there in between March and June there is no rainfall. That's why these crops require assured irrigation. Example: watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, pumpkin, bitter gourd, moong, etc. So when we are talking about months, then October to March Rabi, March to June Zaid, and June to September Kharif. Okay, so these are the different types of crops depending upon that seasons. So, what are the basic practices for crop production? When we are talking about um, agriculture, there are 2 points: crop production and management. Then, what is crop production and management? In simple word, crop production and management is growing crops and managing them. Then growing crops and managing them, or crop production, it consists of certain basic or agricultural practices. So these agricultural practices are, there are 7 agricultural practices: preparation of soil, then sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting, and storage. So, these are the 7 steps or 7 practices which are just means involved in crop production. So, one by one, we will study how these all practices are carried out. So, first is preparation of soil. So, you can see in the diagram, when we are going to sow our seeds, we have to prepare that soil for that crop. Means the preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. So one of the most important task in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. So what is preparation of soil? Turning the soil and loosening it. The process of loosening and turning of the soil is called tilling or plugging. So this is the most important step in agriculture. So preparation of soil includes leveling of soil. First, you can see in the picture many just rocks or means that soil clouds are there. So breaking of big soil clouds and plugging, then leveling of soil, watering, irrigation, and adding manure fertilizers. These all steps are involved in preparation of soil. So this preparation of soil is done by that plugging. You can see in the picture, this plugging is done by with the help of animals also. And if we are going to cultivate on a large scale, then it can be done by using tractors also. You can see in the picture. So why we do it and how we do it? So you can see this is why. What is the need of preparation of soil? It increases soil aeration, it increases water holding capacity, and it is very means it is beneficial for growth of means growth of beneficial microorganisms. Then roots can penetrate deeper. Means even the soil is loose, when we just loosen the soil, then that roots of that crop that just penetrate deeper and deeper, and that crops grow healthy. Then it brings fertile soil to top layer. So how can we do it? With the help of agricultural tools and implements. Implements commonly used are plug, hoe, and cultivator. So you can see what is plug. Plug is being used since ancient times for tilling the soil, adding fertilizers to the crops, removing the weeds, scraping of soil, etc. So you can see in the picture, this plug is made up of, it consists of handle, plug shaft, and plug shaft. Then iron plugs are also there. This plugging is done with the help of animals also. Tractor drawn plug is there, you can see in the picture. Then hoe is there. What is hoe? Hoe is simple tool which is used for removing weeds for loosening the soil, and it has a long rod of wood or iron. A strong broad bent plate of iron is fixed to one of its end and work like blade. So it is pulled by animals, man, or tractor. So this is simple. You can see in the picture. Then cultivator nowadays plugging is done by tractor driven cultivator used by finger operations like breaking clouds and working the soil to be fine tilled in the preparation of seedbed. The use of cultivator saves labor and time also. Okay, so you can see before plugging the land look like this, and after plugging the land is means it is ready for sowing now. Okay, so I hope you got for that all points related to first step, that is preparation of soil. So if you have any doubt in this, you can ask me. Thank you.